Excuse us, please.
Mrs. Manning, this really has to be done.
It can wait. Something that I need to settle with my ex-husband.
I'll go on ahead and meet you there.
So to settle, it's over, Blair. The judge is going to take the kids away from you and give them to me after he finds out what you've done to Troy McIver. You know how you took all your clothes off?
I talked to my mother, and I know what you did.
What I did?
Yes, what you did. How dare you harass that poor woman when she trusts you? And you know she doesn't think straight half the time.
Well, she may not think straight, but she knows enough to know what happened. And as soon as my lawyers write out all the juicy details, there's not a judge in Pennsylvania who will call you a fit mother.
How long were you floating on that stupid little raft of yours in the middle of the ocean, Todd? It must have fried your brain.
My kids are going to get handed back to me where they belong.
Yeah. And how are you going to prove everything I supposedly did, Todd, huh?
Well, I talked to Troy McIver, I talked to Nora. And Nora has agreed to testify against you in a custody hearing.
The hell I did.
What are you doing here?
Look, I tried to reach you. My mother...
I got your message.
Look, before you start saying a bunch of stuff that may or may
Todd
not be
came
true.
to me and asked me to testify about what happened between you and Troy.
And did you?
I told him no. The idea of being on the same side with Todd in any courtroom makes me nauseous.
Let's face facts. Even when you're on my side, you're not really on my side.
Nora, look, thank you so much. I know what I did to you was awful, and
Blair,
I'm really
what
not your
you've
best
done
friend,
has
but...
been weird and misguided and sometimes even dangerous and not something that I'm really particularly okay with, but nothing even close to the same level of what Todd has done.
Hey, all I'm doing is trying to get my kids back.
That's all?
That's all I've ever done.
Gang rape? Murder?
How he hit his head.
How about breaking into the beach house of a blind, helpless woman and then deciding that he was going to rape her before he was going to kill her?
Well, you may have been blind, but you weren't helpless. You stabbed me with scissors.
You know, just so you know, Troy's not okay with this, all right? And if necessary, we'll both be willing to testify on your behalf.
Thank you so much, Nora.
Oh, wait. Whoa, everybody's ganging up on me?
Yeah, they're ganging up on you, Todd. You blew it. You blew it with me, you blew it with Sam, and obviously with everyone else in this town.
Okay, gotta go. Bye-bye.
Thank you once again, Nora.
Sure, have a nice life, Todd.
Yeah, you too, Nora.
Okay, well, looks like this conversation is over. You lost. I'm busy. So why don't you go away? Yeah.
Blair Manning, you're a dead woman.
Looks like our little expose on you guys has got you running scared, but you know what? Tough. Because I'm working on my next installment, so why don't you just leave me alone?
What was that all about?
Oh, Todd, come on. Haven't you read your old rag lately? We're doing a series of stories on the crime syndicate, and I don't think they like it very much. That's about the 5th call I've gotten since we started running the series.
Blair, you know those guys could be dangerous.
Yeah, well, so is the free press. But you know what, Todd? Don't worry. If I get another one, I'll call the cops,
no,
okay?
I'm not worried. Please.
I have to admit, it's been quite an adrenaline rush working on this paper again. I love it.
Yeah, well, I used to say the same thing when it was my job.
Yeah, I bet you did, but you don't anymore because you lost it in the divorce.
Yeah, well, I'll get the paper back as soon as the mob snuffs you out.
You lost the paper, just like you lost your kids, so why don't you get used to it?
You can keep the paper, but I'm coming back to get my kids.
You know what, Todd? You've been thrown in jail already for violating the restraining order.
Yeah, well, on the upside, there's free meals.
And Sam says the judge probably won't grant you bail this time. And I'm going to keep on signing complaints after complaints after complaints until you are out of our lives for good.
And that's what you call being a good mother?
You know what, Todd? I think deep down you know that you're losing it this time. Otherwise, you wouldn't be so desperate.
I'm not desperate.
Oh, you are so desperate. Cozying up to Nora, and you know she hates your guts more than anything in the whole world. Yeah. Yeah, you are going down for the last time.
Ew.
Well, this has got to be the place. Suzanne? 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 Are you here? Suzanne!
Manning?
What do you want? Isn't this your brother's ex-wife? Oh, did you get tired of Gabrielle and the way she
Don't
talks?
start. Why are you here?
I need help. You gotta get my kids back for me. I need for you to put some pressure on Blair. This whole custody hearing is driving me nuts.
Look, why don't you just take it somewhere else? Vicky's got her own problems.
What problems?
Oh, please.
Oh, no, don't tell me you're still all weird about this whole Mitch Lawrence.
Oh, what a surprise. Yes, I am. One of my children was stolen from me when she was born. Now, we know that Mitch was involved. We don't know how.
It was like 20 years ago. Get over it.
What?
It was 20 years ago. Get over it. You've got your twins now. You've got Jessica. You've got Natalie. Everything's cool.
No, it is not cool. Do you have any idea what I missed?
God, you sound just like Blair. What, I take Jack away for like 2 minutes, and now Jack's back with her, and everything's totally better, and she still figures she's got to stick it to me.
Because there are consequences of your actions.
What, I borrowed my own kid for a little while. What's the big deal?
What you did was despicable. Blair deserved to know the truth. Same as I do.
Why don't you take a hike? Vicky can't help you. Nobody can help you.
He can't help me. All right, fine. But don't let it be said that I'm not going to help my family. Look, I was going through some old papers I had, and I found this. Oh, it was right behind this picture that I had of me and a parrot. Anyway, it belonged to my father.
What is it?
Well, open it up. There's a picture in there and everything. It's all about Mitch Lawrence and that cult of yours.
The messenger.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm here to see Vicky.
Well, she's in there.
I talked to Blair.
Yeah, so what?
Oh, she told me all about Mexico. The real story. And how you were trying to kidnap your kids in Hawaii.
So what?
I hope you realize that Blair is never going to let you near her children again.
Mr. O'Brien sends his regards.
You get this through your head. Jack and Star are my kids, and I'm going to see them again. I don't care what Blair or anybody else, including her psychotic cousin, has to say about it.
Oh, not in this lifetime, Todd. Give it a rest. Why don't you crawl back into that hole you crawled out of? This time you've gone too far. You are never going to get your children back again.
Yeah, well, we'll just see about that.
Cassie, you here?
Hi, Bo. Hi, I was on my way in. I had the pleasure of running into Todd.
Yeah, well, listen, if you're ready, Vicky can really use your help.
Absolutely. Vicky's someone I do want to help.
Oh, God. Oh, my God. Suzanne. She's dead.
Stone cold. And you, lady, you're about to join her.
Shut up. I heard you the first time. I know. You don't think I'm ever going to get custody of my kids, let alone see them again. But I'm telling you, I might have a better way. I said I might have a better way. I just kind of whispered it. Well, pay attention. God, for the money I'm paying you, you ought to listen.
Today. But nobody writes bad about Mr. O'Brien and lives to talk about it. Your days are numbered, lady. And you won't need your two hands to